Hey everybody, it's Josh Jackson, aka Inu Joshua, back again with another Yu-Gi-Oh! Unboxing this time. This time we're going with the Yugi's collector box that's coming out soon. Konami, once again, was great enough to go ahead and send us a review unit for this for Geekscape.net, so as always, make sure to go check us out over there. But I did want to go ahead and open this up and share it with you guys. If you're unfamiliar with this set, it's essentially a holiday set featuring or focusing on Yugi's cards and kind of some of the classic cards in general. What comes in this package is the Yugi starter deck reloaded from 2013, as well as a promotional Dark Magician card, a jumbo-sized Dark Magician card, and then 3 packs of the Yugi and Kaiba Duelist Pack 3s. So once we remove that from the packaging, here's everything that comes with it that I was just describing. What I'm going to go ahead and do is show the deck. This one comes with a whole new set of Dark Magician themed cards and a Dark Magician themed deck featuring cards like the Silent Swordsman, the Gemini Elf, Neo the Magic Swordsman, 2 Dark Magicians, Mystical Elf, a lot of those old classic cards, as well as cards like Dark Hole, Wabaku, Trap Hole, cards you've probably been familiar with if you've been playing the game for a lengthy amount of time. One of the coolest things that comes with these collector boxes typically are the jumbo cards, and that's what comes with this one. Naturally, it'll be the Dark Magician since we're going Yugi focused this time around. And then if you wanted to get a close-up of the ultra rare Dark Magician promo that comes with it, that's what that one looks like. So as in with recent years, like the last couple of years is really focused on bringing back a lot of the old stuff, whether or not it was bringing out new cards to make them more viable or re-releasing older cards. As we went through with the Yugi tins and the Kaiba tins, you know, those featured Dark Magician and Blue Eyes White Dragon heavily, and then this set's also featuring Dark Magician. So if you ever wanted to build a Dark Magician set, obviously all these new releases are going to make it really easy to do so. But if you were looking for newer cards, this one might not be offering what you're looking for. But I mean, that kind of comes with the territory when you see what it comes with. So what I'm going to do now is just open up the 3 Yugi Duelist Packs first, and then from there go to the 3 Kaiba ones. So first is Diffusion Wave Motion, very popular spell card from back in the day. Then Blackluster Ritual, which is a ritual spell needed to summon Blackluster Soldier. Brain Control, so you can take control of an opponent's monster. Big Shield Gardna, one of Yugi's main defensive monsters from the early episodes of the anime. And then for our rare card, we have Magical Hats. And I didn't mention this yet, but like most Duelist packs, each pack has 5 cards with 1 guaranteed rare, but it's either going to be a rare, super rare, ultra rare. So I know some of the newer packs have a guaranteed super rare in every pack, but these aren't there yet. So the second Yugi pack has Swords of Revealing Light. It's a great card for stalling, and one of the cards in the very first set, actually. Light Force Sword, Trap, Jack's Knight, which of course comes with this, goes with the set of Jack's Knight, King's Knight, and Queen's Knight from the anime. And then we got a super rare Dark Magician Girl, which is kind of like a weaker version of Dark Magician, but she has a lot more of effects, especially with the new movie cards that came out over the last year or so. And then Card of Sanctity is the regular rare card that this one came with. So it lets you banish all other cards that you control in your hand and draw until you have 2 cards. So it's basically a way to draw cards. And I'm not getting too detailed with the descriptions on this one either, since they're all pretty much older cards. So generally they're not going over any material that we don't know already. So there's another Brain Control. Oh wow, and then here's, speaking of Jack's Knight, there's King's Knight, and then the very next card was Queen's Knight, which is kind of cool. Oh wait, and then the card after that is another Jack's Knight. So I got all 3 knights in one pack. And then so the last rare for the Yugi packs is Exchange, which lets you reveal a card from your hand and add one card from each player's hands to their own, which of course is only going to work if you happen to have relevant cards for universally relevant cards, I should say, which is kind of hard these days because there's so many different archetypes and there's so many things that only work with certain cards unless you get a staple like Mystical Space Typhoon or something like that. But moving on to the Kaiba packs, let's see what we get from these. Alright, so Lord of D is one of the cards in the very first Kaiba deck, if I remember correctly. Then Sagi the Dark Clown, a normal monster that Kaiba used a lot, took advantage of its weaknesses by pairing it with, what's a card called again? Crush Card Virus, there you go. Then we got Cloning, the trap card. Then Lajin Mystical Genie of the Lamp, another early staple from Kaiba decks, and had a high, at the time at least, a high 1800 attack points. And then Piten the Dark Clown, which is the rare card from this set. I've actually never seen this one, so I'm going to go ahead and read it. When this card is sent to your graveyard, you can banish this card from your graveyard to special summon one Piten the Dark Clown from your hand or deck. So basically, once it's destroyed, you can just banish it for the ability to summon another one. Whether or not it's really worth it to have 3 monsters where the best claim that it has is to have 1500 defense points is questionable, but I mean, who knows? There's probably ways to work it. Lord of D is the first card for the next pack, so the second Lord of D so far. Magic Reflector, Familiar Knight, then Enraged Battle Ox, which is of course an offshoot of the regular Battle Ox that Kaiba also used quite often in early games. And then Paladin of White Dragon, the Ritual monster, is the rare for this pack. So you can ritual summon this card with White Dragon Ritual. At the start of the damage step, if this card attacks a face-down defense position monster, destroy it. And you could tribute this. If you tribute this card, you can special summon one Blue Eyes White Dragon from your hand or deck, but Blue Eyes White Dragon cannot attack for the rest of this turn. So at the time, this might have been useful since it gives you an easy way to special summon Blue Eyes White Dragon. So that way you would have your normal summon free and you'd have a powerful monster on the field, but then the drawback is that it can't attack on the same turn. But now there's a lot more effective and efficient ways to achieve the same result without having to go through the trouble of pulling a ritual magic card, tributing what you need to ritual summon it, and then having that drawback. There's ways that you could do it now much easier and without the without that drawback, like I said. So starting with these, the parallel to the Jacks, Kings, and Queens Knights would probably be Kaiba's X, Y, and Z Dragon Cannon, so, which is fitting because we're starting with Y Dragon Head, and then X Head Cannon, and Ring of Defense, which is kind of like a reverse Ring of Destruction. So when a trap effect inflicts damage, it makes the effect damage 0. If you're not familiar with Ring of Destruction, that was one of my favorite cards back in the day, where it would destroy a monster and do that monster's attack points as damage to both players. It was a great way to get like a one-turn kill by attacking with a high-level monster and then using it on your own monster to hurt both of you, but it's usually enough to wipe them out. So that card would have defended against that. And then cool, and then we got a super rare for the last pack, XYZ Dragon Cannon, as I was just mentioning. It almost makes it feel like these packs were purposely set up this way. But it's a fusion monster where you fuse the X Head Cannon, X or Y Dragon Head, and Z Metal Tank, which Z Metal Tank I'm missing from these packs. But it first must be special summoned from your extra deck by banishing the above cards and without using polymerization. It cannot be special summoned from the graveyard. You can discard one card, then target one card your opponent controls and destroy it. So once again, a very good card from the early days. Nowadays, there's a lot better cards that provide the same function without as many hoops to jump through. But I mean, one good thing about that card was that you didn't need to use polymerization. You just needed to have control of the 3 cards that you needed to summon. And then lastly is Kaiser Seahorse, a later staple from Kaiba's decks. And this card can be used as 2 tributes instead of 1 tribute if you're tribute summoning a light monster, which of course aligns perfectly with the light monster Blue Eyes White Dragon, as you'd come to figure. So that's all that we've got for this set. Down the road there is a Kaiba one coming out, and as I've mentioned plenty of times, Kaiba's my favorite character, his cards are my favorite cards, his monsters are my favorite monsters, so fully expect another one of these videos to go over the Kaiba collector's box once that releases. But for now, once again, thanks very much for watching. Make sure to check out geekscape.net for any other news, features, reviews, anything you could think of as far as geekdom. As always, I'm at Inu Joshua on Twitter, Twitch, and Instagram. Please give me a follow. And thanks very much for watching. If you like what you see, make sure to like the video, subscribe, leave a comment, let me know what I can either improve on, or if you have any other thoughts, make sure to share them. I'd be happy to hear them. And once again, thanks very much.